What's up, everyone? This is Greg Hellback, and welcome to my YouTube channel or my Instagram channel or Facebook channel. If you are new to this channel, my name is Greg, and I've bought and sold well over 100 houses, and the goal of this channel is to provide valuable content so you can take these lessons and apply them in your own business so you can make more money. So before I get started, if you get value from today's video, if you can like the video and subscribe to my channel, it would mean a lot to me. And today's topic, I don't know, my voice was cracking up a little bit there, is never being needy when you're buying a house from a seller. I'll say that again. Never being needy when you're buying a house from a seller. So over the years, I have been recognized as a sales trainer. I've trained a lot of salespeople. I have done this for years and years and years and years and years. So I know a lot about the sales process when it comes to real estate investing. I would consider myself an expert, even though it sounds kind of douchey saying that. It's the truth. So the biggest thing in sales, right, when it comes to buying a house from a seller, I could teach you all the tactics, all the strategies, all the reverse psychology, judo bullshit that still kind of works. But at the end of the day, if you really have a needy mindset, you're not going to succeed. You're not going to have a lot of success dealing with sellers. If you really need that house and you're demonstrating subconsciously to that customer that you really need the deal, you're going to get hosed up. You're going to get absolutely washed, and it's not going to work. And the seller's going to subconsciously feel that you're needy. And when someone feels like the other person's needy, they go away. They run the other way. But when you demonstrate to a seller that you don't need to buy the house and you'd like to buy the house, if it makes sense for them, it makes sense for you, and you could put forth the mindset and the behavior to the customer that you're there to solve their problem if it's a fit, and if it's not a fit, it's no big deal. It's going to allow you to continue with the sales process to be the most efficient and the most effective. So if you're dealing with a seller and you might, let's say that you're a brand new investor and you just quit your job and you need to make money right away or else you're going to be in trouble. Even though that might be your reality, you have to go into sales calls with prospects with the mindset of you have $10 million in the bank, and if you get the house, great. If you don't get the house, it's all good. And when you can adapt that mindset and get that drilled into your subconscious mind, you're going to perform the rest of the process a lot better. You're going to ask the right questions. You're going to ask for the truth. You're going to talk about the objections. You're going to go negative if the seller gives you resistance. You're going to follow the process that does get you deals, and you're going to have a good foundation to start with. But if you go into a sales call being like, oh my gosh, I got to get this property or else I'm screwed, you're going to behave in a way that's not going to allow the process to work. And the seller's going to smell that you're desperate, and they're going to go like that, and they're going to go the other way. So how do you actually, make sure that you're not needy, right, on deals? What's a practical thing that you can actually do in order to prevent this from happening? Well, step number one is that you need to have a lot of leads. If you don't have a lot of leads, you're going to hug and hoard your leads like they're, buried treasure, right? And if you're just getting one lead every few days, you're going to try to convert a lead that might not make sense into a deal because you don't have any other opportunities. On the other hand, if you get a ton of leads every day, you get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leads a day. Hey, if one of those leads doesn't work out, it's all good because you're going to have another 2, 3 leads coming in that same day that you can, hopefully solve a problem for. So you got to have adequate lead flow. If you don't have that lead flow, that's the main problem you got to fix. A lot of people tell me they have a sales issue, and I tell them they don't have a sales issue, they have a marketing issue. In my opinion, as a sales trainer, you need to have lead flow coming in, and if you don't have good lead flow, it doesn't matter what sales process you're following. You're going to screw up sales calls because you're not going to have enough leads to do the right sales process with, and you're going to act desperate. So number one, you got to have adequate lead flow. Number two, shameless plug, you got to have a good sales process, and I can definitely teach you how to do that sales process effectively. You need to have a way that you handle prospects to where you disqualify people who are not a fit and work the people who are a fit in a systematic, formulaic way, right? You got to ask the right open-ended questions. You got to find out really why they're selling. You got to ask them about the price. You got to negotiate hard. You have to go negative when they give you resistance. What's an example of going negative? Let's say a prospect is like, I got your offer, or I got your postcard, what's your offer? A way of going negative would be, hey, it sounds like before you got that postcard, you had no plans on selling this thing whatsoever. So what you're doing is you're going a step behind the prospect and you're acting a little bit less interested than they are. So they're either going to tell you, that's true, I'm just a tire kicker. And then you're going to find the truth out. Or they're going to say, well, I've been thinking about selling for 3 or 4 months because I really don't want to deal with my tenant. Oh, your tenant, tell me a little bit more about that. Well, they haven't paid rent in 5 months. Bam, now all of a sudden we might have a motivated seller. So to summarize this video, you got to have the mindset that you have $10 million in the bank, even if that's not true. You need to not be needy when you're communicating with sellers. And you need to have adequate lead flow in order to not act needy, because if that lead doesn't work out, you're going to have a pile of other leads to process. Hopefully this video helps you. If you're watching this and you're in the Hudson Valley, or you're in San Diego, or you're in Delaware and you want to partner with me on a deal, email me, greg@velocityhousebuyers.com. I will see you on the next video. Oh yeah, and if you got value, if you could subscribe to my channel and like the video, it would mean a lot. Take care.